Hello. I'm looking for my primer again. I don't know where I put it every single time. I found it. Paint, structure paste. Hello. Hi Sue, hi Anya. Don't know where I keep putting it. Found some in it. Got a little bit bashed. That's okay. We can use it. Me a little bit of sharing. Oh, I'm good, thanks, Sue. Bit busy, but aren't we all? Right, so look. Facebook. Right. I can't remember if I've got to be mad after it. We'll see. Share in a group. In a group. Go live. There you go. We are in the group. I don't know why it doesn't do it anymore. It just says it's not linked. It's very strange. Very strange. Hi, David. Gave up being busy in 2022. Oh gosh, I wish I was like that. Not for me though. It's forced into Facebook. No, it doesn't. It's a nuisance. I don't see why, because you can go in more than one group, so it kind of goes the wrong way. A nuisance anyway. So we've got these trays. The small ones are okay. And if you reinforce the bottom, you might be able to get away with using them for a cup and a sandwich. Hi, Sophia, Peggy. So that's what I thought I would use today. I'd use the Stamperia coffee and chocolate papers. I thought maybe it was big enough to do that, but maybe not. And then I've got a decoupage queen stencil. My thought was to kind of have these around it, but I'll need the bigger tray. I don't know if I've got one. I don't know if I got a bigger tray. Who knows? Maybe. Look if I've got one. Got one in stock, and then oh no. I think it's only the small ones I got left, and maybe one big one. They're just. Yeah, looks like I've only got the small ones left, because that is the bigger one. And that's the huge one. Right, we'll have to make do then. Maybe just use the word coffee in the middle. That's my plan. So just a quick heads up what we've got in stock at the moment is Fortune collection from Stamperia. We've got some Sculpey in. So you've seen me doing my little bit of sculpting. So we've got some Sculpey in. We've got the beige, which is the one I was using, the grey, and the Living Doll. We're out of the white. We sold out quite quickly with the white. And the beige and the light are skin coloured. The Living Doll one is a little bit more lighter than this. So the reason I've gone for Sculpey is because of my dexterity. My arthritis in my fingers are really going, and this doesn't need much to soften. I mean, that's already soft. I mean, you need to blend it a bit more just to shape it a bit, but it's very, very soft and it's not very hard on your hands. There's always a plan B, so yes, absolutely. Let's get it primed up anyway, ready. It's easier. Get a bit of paper. A little bit of orange paper that I'm not likely to use soon. Yes, it is a large coffee bean. Yeah. Get rid of that straight away. It's all over my hands already. I am just a mucky pup. Yeah, this one is anyway. Won't take me long to prime this. This primer is really good. Yeah. Muck. Oh, it's a beautiful day here in Wales. I don't know what it's like elsewhere. What's everybody else up to? Oh, there was another thing that came in. No, David reminded me. The Ciao Bella papers are in. Coral Reef Flower Shop. I can't remember what the other one is. It's quite runny, but it's certainly good coverage on it. Oh, you'll be working with the coral leaf collection. Oh, I loves it. It has been quite popular, and I think there's only one set of each left. Maybe I should have filled those holes in. Never mind. Yes, I like the acrylic primer. Very good, very good. Oh, I missed a bit. Oh, the house kit. That's the flower shop house kit, yeah? I don't think I've bought it, so I haven't got it in shop. But if anybody wants it, let me know. You can get that in. Okay. No, it's the acrylic primer from Pentart. Really good. Mm. All over you know. Plug my dryer in. Well, I finished, I think, or I feel as if I finished last week's project that I didn't take a photo of. So that's all done now. I'm quite happy with it. I wouldn't mind brightening up around the around the candle flames and then darkening around the edges. But as for the actual layout, I think I'm good with that one. And you'll be pleased to know I've got a little bit further with me man. Not completely finished, but he's a little bit further on. He's got a shirt and a jacket on. With no trousers yet. I've gone a bit mad in these handles. The bubbles of paint. I'm just smoothing them out a bit. I'll show you what I've done with my man. So I weren't happy with his hands last week. I did show you his hands and I didn't like them. So I've taken them off. But he's got a hat on. He's naked from the bottom down. But he's got some clothes on and I've just got to fill a few bits in. But we're getting there. He's now got a jacket on. So we'll see how that goes. No, I used let me show you the armature I used. So I used this for his hands, but because it's so thick, yeah, although it's proportionally okay, it's too thick, so his fingers ended up looking like huge sausages. So I need thinner wire to do that. Offers coffee, no biscuits. I think it's still a little, still a little damp in there. There we are, it's not quite dry. Just where it got a little bit thicker when I was a bit enthusiastic about the coverage. I still haven't decided with the man whether he's going to be holding something or maybe looking at something. I was thinking like a fish pond or I don't know. I have a vision in my head and he's looking at a sort of pond. I don't know. So I've got a little bit of news to share with you. It doesn't affect you all in any way, but I've been invited to be part of the art department in a short film, and I'll be working with some props and whatnot. So that's really exciting for me. I can't wait for that. That's sometime in July. A pigeon. Yeah. Oh, a crow. A crow, Sue. Yeah, maybe no, raven's too big. Maybe he's watching a crow. Maybe he's watching a raven. Oh. Well, you got me thinking now, so. Right, before I play with the rice paper, I'm just going to go and wash my hands. All right, that's better. So, rice paper. So yeah, that's going to be in, well, they'll be filming mid-July. So obviously I've got a lot of work to do before then. So there's a team of us. I'm not alone. So excited. Let's cut the paper. And I'll know the size I need. Do you know, it's something I'd love to do full time, but obviously can't see that happening. There's quite a few companies around here that do it because obviously this is where they film, like Doctor Who and David. Are you watching that new the new series? So they film Doctor Who here. They film lots of British films here. Crikey, my nerves are not so good. I used to love it as a kid, Doctor Who, but I don't think I've watched any of the new stuff. I'm thinking, take one more. It's chocolate cappuccino, chocolate. I need another coffee. Every Saturday. So, I need an edge of some sort. I was a huge Tom Baker fan. I absolutely loved that. It was my era. Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. So there's not enough room, obviously, for Unless I make the tiles smaller. I think I could do that. I think that's going to make much difference. I need to trim a bit more, maybe. I'll go downstairs and get the next size. So it's not going to quite make it. Maybe those up there. To make sure they fit right. And then maybe have the stencil. A bit further down. Yes. So that is what we shall do. I need to get that next one the same size, so I'm just going to use it as a template. And with that espresso one, there's a bit of an edge there. So what I'm going to do is put it seamlessly together. There we go. Right. That one didn't quite fit, did it? Make some room. I think that'll be okay. As I said, those two should fit nicely together. Ta-da! Okay, let's find some decoupage glue. Nice and easy. Got a pot here open. This is the Cadence Bond and Seal. So I know this one's got to move up a tiny, tiny bit. There we go. Put the brush in the wrong way then. Oh, my goodness. This one. Round the edges off later, these here, and we'll blend in a bit more. Oh, that's not easy, is it? We'll figure it out. Hi, Lamia. Hi, Sue. Yeah, it just doesn't want to go, does it? I'm not one for delicate stuff. Not unless I can redo it. And then redo it, and then redo it again. It fits in nicely. There we go. It's nice and straight-ish. Not quite sure what colour I'm going to do. So, thinking of a stencil now. What colour's my base going to be? What colour's the stencil? What colour's the going through the stencil, I should say. I do have is the Super Gold from Stamperia Allegro, which I will use maybe through the stencil. I've got Old Ivory. I'm thinking I'm liking the Turtle Dove. Too yellow. So there's a little pop of colour there of like a pink and a blue, so maybe pick out the blue later. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to go with the Turtle Dove. gold. We need some sort of brown. I'm sure I got earth here or something. There's no. Why do I feel as if I used it all last time? No, I probably did. I'm sure I've got a brown. I wonder if I used it last time I left it. It doesn't look like, but that's odd. I don't have a brown. What do I have this side? All my sprays. No brown. There we are. I've got some old Deco Art brown. I haven't used that for a very, very long time, so let's hope it works. Yeah, I must really go through some brown. Well, that is me, 50 Shades of Brown. Right, so I'm going to put a base coat on. "50 Shades of Brown" with a tad of green, maybe now and again. Right, oh, let's protect the paper. Protect the paper with some the matte varnish, because then if you get some paint on it, you can wipe it off. Otherwise, the paper will get damaged. Hunt for a brush. Oh dear. If Olga was here, she would take the mickey out of the size of my brush, but she's not. Could we let her live that down for ages? There we go. What is that? Make sure I got some brown for next time, because I'll no doubt I'll look for it again and forget that I haven't got any. So I think there's lots of the Stamperia Allegro Earth. That's the best one. There might even be one in the hybrids, Cadence hybrids. Who knows? There we go. Right. I'm starting not to. I think that first one I had was better. Cappuccino, maybe. What's the other one I just had? The Old Ivory. That's, I end up doing a bit of a mix. I think this one is, I don't know, there's none of this beige. It's more of a yellowy beige, which would suit the Old Ivory better. Right. Change your mind again. Right, so I'm going to need a fair bit of this to cover the whole thing. So this will be my base coat. Definitely chocolate with chocolate. I'm going to try a spot test with the chocolate and the ivory. Oh, see, I told you I haven't used this for a long time. It's quite runny, considering. And then the turtle dove to see which one probably, because the turtle dove is very grey. It's a grey beige. Let's have a look. Yeah, this stayed that grey brown. Is still not. We might match that a bit. No, it was not yellow enough. Definitely not. Turtle dove can go. I think this keeps putting me off. This is probably why I think I've got a brown there. It's a mahogany, which is probably a bit too red. Yeah, see, it turns pink. You can't quite see it, but it is a pink. It's not that one either. It's going to be these two. Okay. Actually, it's turned that kind of turtle dove colour. I'll be okay with the base. I'll be okay. Because I'm not going to put it completely over. Right now, I'm going to use maybe using more than one coat. Makes sense. So I won't be worrying about any missed pieces. We're going to give it, no, it's not, yeah, definitely not. Definitely not one of my shades of brown. Too pink. We're not giving it a full coverage, we're just giving it a bit of a an aged look when it's completed. Right, I'm just going to go a little bit closer without messing up the edge. Trying to, anyway. Just going to go dark on the outside. Cappuccino colour. There you go. Darker on the outside. I think that's way too much. Not enough? Nope, looks like I'm going to have to put it all in. Haha, that's more by luck than judgment. There we are. It's like a coffee colour. Probably is a coffee colour. I think the cappuccino is a little bit ochre compared to that. Oh, Peggy, I love that question. Kind of goes with the flow. So sometimes I have an absolute, I know what I'm going to do, and that is in my head, and that is the project I will do. And then you have a, well, this is something what I want it to look like, but I'm not bothered. And then I end up with something like this. Not quite how I envisaged it, but this one's definitely a wing it. And then there's sometimes I got a rough idea, but it will depend on what products I have to hand and what happens then. I'll go shopping, and then by the time it gets here, I've forgotten what it is. So I've over the years I've got to the point where I'm like, do you know what? If you haven't got it here, leave it or do something else. Because I will literally forget what I was doing. Yeah, I mean, that's true. It always happens to me anyway. Right, so I don't have too much on the edges. This is where I've gone a bit mad. So I was just giving it a rough once over. Oh, a bit of paper or something. And then I'm going to use the shabby medium. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. It is. There. Yes. So this shabby medium. It gives you, it's easier for the acrylics to be sanded. So it acts like a kind of wax. I'm just going to tip some out because I don't want, where's my sponge? Hello, sponge, where have you gone? Right. So I'm using a bit of this to like I said, act like a bit of a wax, so that when I put the next coat on, it should be easy for me to sand it back. Should. This is Leanne we're talking about. How it will turn out. I've used this for a long time like that. So, do I use... I'll use the dark on the inside and the light on the outside. We'll see. SpongeBob. I like SpongeBob. I ended up watching all his films in the cinema because my son wanted to watch them. And it got to the point where he was old enough to go on his own, and he still took me and his father to watch them. Yes, I didn't enjoy it very much. I sat there nearly sleeping, but it was a family thing, you know. That's all I'm doing. I've lifted it up. I'm just drying it. I'm debating with the outside whether to go darker again. So I think that's the mahogany. You might do like a dark brown with a little bit of the mahogany. I don't know. See how it comes out. See what happens. I'm not sure if this is meant to dry completely dry. If it's like a liquid wax, you know. I don't know, I can't remember the last time I used it. So when Agnieszka was well, design team, I think. It's the last time I used it. Yes, right, okay. So darker on the inside and then very dark on the outside. Let's see how that looks. Like I said, I'm not worried about being fussy. That will soon change. You're going to sand it back anyway, so why bother being fussy? Just make him work for yourself. What's spot called, Sue? Mm-mm. You can see it's kind of resisting already, which is good. Oh, sorry. Stamperia Shabby Medium. I don't even know if they sell it anymore, but I know I got some in stock. Clean up your mess, Leona. That should give it time to dry a bit, and then we'll reveal. I haven't noticed it on the website, to be honest, to see if it's still there, but noticed they had a lot of stuff still on the website, like Wash It, although I've not tried that. So you can see it resisting. Been a little bit. Because when you got the handles, they seem to fill up a lot of paint. So I'm going to put a little bit more Shabby Medium on the outside, and then put a complete darker coat on the outside. Oh, I'm hoping it's going to turn out okay. It's no longer on the website, but it's on my website. I suppose it's a liquid wax. I don't know. Maybe. There we are. You can use any liquid wax. It should have the same effect. So we should have 3 different layers of colour on the outside anyway. That is my plan. That was the vintage effect for the pent art. Okay. Seems to be missing my paper towels. So put a tiny bit of the mahogany in. I'm hoping it'll give me the colour I want. That's fine. It's definitely got that chocolate look. So I'm going to be a bit more careful around the handles this time. I don't want too much build up in there. They also tell me that that's the new the pent art version. You know, it's going to send me on a shopping spree. I'm in love with all the pent art stuff, to be honest. It's really good quality. And so I'm just going to be careful on the edges now because I want this to be like a precise edge to it. Anybody got plans for this afternoon? What more scares you than it was? That's fine. You do okay. I'm tempted to do inside the. Oh, don't do it, Leanne. Nope, nope, nope. Are there many shops out there? Oh, I wish I could do a car that quick, David. Mine take ages. Right. All right. So, right. So I don't know if you know, but if you try to do this, with just plain acrylic, you would be there all day trying to get rid of it. So that does work. And I'm only using a light one. I'm not. This is a more rough one. See, that takes it off a bit too much, I think. I like it. It's kind of gone back to the wood. You can see the wood on it. So that's kind of where the I can see a little bit there, so yeah. I'm loving the natural look. And it's picked up all the wood grain. I'm loving that. loves it. Yes. I think I might have needed a third one on this. So I'm going to need the rougher one, I think, because there isn't a third layer on this one. Although we could have. Right, I need a little bit of... I don't know if I can do that. I wanted to get in there. I don't think it's going to let me. No. It's fine. And then we'll put some wax on it after as well. Give it a bit more aging. Right. So now we're going to debate what I'm going to do. Because I could just use some archival ink. I think that would be quite nice, actually. Let's see what the brown looks like, and if I don't like it, I'm going to use the black. Do you show like an archival ink here? I was going to use the paint, but I don't think I will. So I'm going to use that as a up against that edge. And just bring it down a bit. This is not going to be very good to blend, but we'll see how it goes. I don't think it's going to... I think it's going to be dark enough. Who knows? I'll see. Because we want that used look anyway. I think if I use the black... Ooh, hello. Oh. That's not going to work, Leanne, honestly. So the archival ink will not react to water, and it shouldn't. Right. I think this is going to be fine. Starting to get a bit warm now. Whew. Building up a bit of a sweat. Like perspiration. Haha! Love it. Definitely giving it that look. I'm debating whether to put the stars in. I like it. What I might do is when that dries a bit, I might distress it a bit more. It looks too organic. Literally. No, it looks too perfect. Certainly is so too perfect. Where's that one? That's better. Bit more worn looking. I think that needs a bit more. Definitely. And then I'm just going to go over with some matte varnish again, just to finish off. And that'll be over everything, not just paper. I'm glad I didn't blend that in so much because I think it needed to be, squared up. Did anybody notice I had no cup I brought to me today? I have to make my own today. If you was going to use this as a you know, a proper tray rather than something decorative, you'll need more than just the water-based varnish. You would need, if you're going to use it for like hot cups, you would need something that's a protection against the heat. Plus, as I said, you'd need to reinforce the bottom because these trays are very, very thin. I think maybe epoxy might be okay just to do a small tray like this, but anything bigger, it needs some struts on the bottom. These particular trays, so they're very, very thin on the bottom. I wouldn't even risk it. The whole thing would fall out. It definitely, because there's like a ridge there on the bottom. You'd be able to put some struts across, you know, to protect it a bit more. Could also protect it with the clear wax. That would help. Yeah, they're far too flimsy. Right, so this one, these are the Cadence Black. That's right. I'm not going to need a lot of that, that's for sure. Fingers stuck in the varnish. This ages it up a little bit more. Also gives it like a defining edge. You can see that there. So it looks like a real old wood. There we are, just finishing it off now and we're nearly done. I mean, if you wanted to use it, you know, go the gold way if you wanted to. I'm not that not bothered. So I'm trying not to get too much on the inside, but I do want to. Because it didn't have that third coat. I'm going to dirty it down a bit. Make it look a bit more grungy. There. A well-worn tray. There we go, that's it. Won't need much else. Got the sort of look I was kind of aiming for. One of my perfect projects of maybe 30 shades of brown with a bit of black. Yes. I don't know what we've done with that. Something white had splashed on there. It's gone now. Another good reason for using black wax. I think I did prefer a little bit more of an edge. Make it more like real old wood. Looks more like an oak tray now instead of a flimsy pine wood one. Right, stop playing, Leanne. You're done. Yeah. Ooh. I can do that with the wax. A cup would be then. I should imagine the wax will be fine. There. There's a few in there. Nice thought, Sue. Nice thought. I do actually have some stencils for that kind of thing. Could have, yeah, and it through a stencil as well. That's fine. Thank you very much for your company again this week. I do enjoy it, and I'm glad to be back. I had a little break. I don't miss doing it. Miss having all the fun. Thank you very much, everybody. See you next week. Bye.